Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. I hope you can remember this thing here. This is our DRESS research probe, and this thing had a short flyby around the planet DRESS and it gathered a lot of data, and now it's on its way back home to Kerbin. Well, it's not completely back home on its way to Kerbin, because I set up here a maneuver node. And currently we are on this trajectory, so we won't have any encounter with Kerbin, and with this maneuver node we will have an encounter with Kerbin in 166 days, so that we can deliver our valuable science and we can start analyzing it as soon as we are arriving back at Kerbin. So yeah, I set up a maneuver node, and this maneuver node is coming up now, and so let me turn it first toward the maneuver node so that we can do the burn. And on the other hand, this thing, or the maneuver, is now taking place at 20 days after we launched our supply mission up to Moho. So about 20 days have passed, and in the next 10 days the supply mission will arrive at Moho. So a lot of exciting things are going on, and then I hope that the supply mission for Moho will be more successful, and that we can deliver some fuel to our Moho lander or our Moho expedition, so that we can do on the one hand the landing, and on the other hand also the return flight back to Kerbin. And yeah, speaking here again about the DRESS research probe, to bring you up to speed, we have one science junior, we have two mystery goo containers, we have some gravioli detectors or gravity detectors, and we have some thermometers. So a lot of science is coming back home. We have two parachutes attached to it, so when we are coming back home to Kerbin, I want to have a very deep approach, so that I'm passing by through the atmosphere very deep and get captured by Kerbin, or even have a re-entry. And then I will detach from my driving section and have hopefully a safe and nice landing with my parachutes, and then I can analyze all the data coming back home from DRESS. Okay, this is what we are doing now, and I think at about 1 minute before the maneuver node I will start doing the burn, and I hope everything will work out well. And I also hope that the amount of fuel left in this capsule, or in the fuel stage, is enough to finish the burn. But I think, yeah, it should be more than enough, because we have a very efficient nuclear engine, and the thing should be able to do everything what we need. And in dangerous situations, we even have our monopropellant to use our RCS thrusters in order to do some correction burns with the RCS. Okay, now only 1 minute, and let's throttle up, and the burn, yeah, will take 2 minutes, so it was a good estimate by myself, so that I can now do the burn. And yeah, this is really fast, 1000 meters per second of delta V, only in 2 minutes. When I'm thinking back to the launch of my Joule mission and the Moho Expedition and the Moho Supply Mission, then I was sitting here for 17 minutes or so. Well, I was not directly sitting here. I started doing the burn, and I did something else on a different computer, and I just had all the time a small glance over to my computer if the burn is still going on and is still successful and is still aiming for the maneuver node. And yeah, in this case I used time for something else while I was waiting for the burn to be finished. Okay, but this time we can follow the burn, and yeah, then the next thing is to wait for about 9 days or so until we come to the next correction burn. This time the correction burn is for the supply mission for Moho, because we need to make sure that this thing is arriving at Moho and very close to Moho. So I set up a maneuver node, and the maneuver node will lower our trajectory to, I think, for a flyby of 10 kilometers or so, so it's a good altitude, and then we can do our braking maneuver to get captured by Moho, hopefully, and to be able to deliver our fuel to our Moho expedition, so that we can finally perform the landing. Okay, we are getting closer. Let me just switch over to the maneuver map, and I think now I will cut the engine at first and do it very, very gently, because I don't want to overshoot, or I don't want to miss my encounter with Kerbal as soon as I have established one. Because this is now very... Okay. Okay, what? Now the thing is getting red. Why is the thing getting red? At first, let me say, okay, so we have a Kerbal encounter. This is good. In 167 days. And I think maybe around... why I can't set up a maneuver node here. Maybe around here or so. In 167 days, maybe 20 days before, so maybe around here or so. I will set up next, or I will just keep this maneuver node here as a reminder that I have to do a correction burn, because currently we have Kerbal encounter. I don't see the periapsis. Can we check out the periapsis? Focus view on Kerbal. Let me just see. Oh yeah, you can see our trajectory is far away from Kerbal. So at this maneuver node we have to then do a correction burn, so like something like this, that we are on the one hand getting closer, and then we need to adjust a little bit our trajectory. I think we need to slow down a bit. Okay, this is... what do we have here? 1000, so... 500... Oh, now we have a crash with Kerbal. Now we are crashing inside Kerbal. And what do we have now? 77 kilometers. This is good enough. So in 148 days we will have a very short burn of only 22 meters per second of delta V to change our trajectory, so that we have a very close approach to Kerbal, and then I can even make sure that we are coming through the atmosphere. Or what is this? Unknown object, C-class. Okay, apparently we have currently an asteroid in the sphere of influence of Kerbal, but this doesn't matter. So yeah, in 148 days we will do a correction burn, and then we will lower our trajectory so that we are passing through Kerbal's atmosphere and get captured by Kerbal. And yeah, so this thing is set up now. Wait, let me just zoom out a bit to bring you up to speed to other things. Then we have what is going on there? We have our parallel flight of our dual expedition. They are now they are on their way to the altitude of Dress, or to Dress orbit. And what else? Then we have down here Kerbal Departure State 3 probe. This is our supply mission for Moho. I think I should rename the thing. Is approaching Moho. It's getting closer to Moho, and yeah, we will meet again when the thing is ready and when the thing has arrived at its correction burn, so that we can prepare our arrival at Moho. So yeah, let me do a short time warp and then we meet us again. Okay, here we are. About 8 days have passed since our correction burn of the Dress research probe, and now at first I want to say rename vessel. You're not Kerbal Departure Stage 3 probe anymore, you are Moho Supply Mission, or some sort of this. Okay, this is much better. And yeah, the correction burn is coming up, and you can see this is only a tiny amount of delta V being needed to change our trajectory to approach to Moho. We need to check this as soon as I stop moving around my spacecraft, so that it's aiming at the maneuver node. And maybe like this. Very good, very good. Okay, so what are we doing? We are changing our trajectory so that we are having a, instead of a 1573 kilometer Moho periapsis, we are changing it to a 12 kilometer Moho periapsis, and in this case we will come down pretty close to Moho, and hopefully being able also to come to a stop before we are exiting Moho again, or the sphere of influence of Moho again. In this case, let me know. Oh, I think this will be just a very short burn. Maybe I should do this from here to monitor what I'm doing. Maybe I should even focus view on Moho so that I can follow what I'm doing. And over here you can see, well, the numbers are on the way, our Moho expedition. Okay, now let's focus on the burn. Let me throttle up. It's a very short burn, as you can see. this is really nice because as I was already talking about this in the beginning of this episode, the 17 or 20 minutes burn of these driving sections can be quite exhausting, and yeah, in this case I'm quite happy that in this case it's only a few seconds. And look at my orbital velocity. I'm a little bit scared when I'm arriving at Moho that in the end I am even much faster than what was this as I arrived there with the Moho Expedition, about 7,000, 6,000 meters per second. So yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of this, but yeah, we will find out what is going on in 2 days and 9 hours. Well, not in 2 days and 9 hours, we will find this out in, well, yeah, 2 days and 9 hours. And 30 minutes later we have our periapsis, so okay, this gets exciting. Okay, we are on our trajectory to Moho, and yeah, I will, wow, look at the huge sun, how close we are to the sun. I think at some point I need to do a mission to, let me zoom out, to have a very close flyby around the sun. I think this could be interesting as well, but at first I need to visit all the planets. And yeah, in this case, let me just do a quick time warp again for you, and then we meet us again in 2 days and 9 hours. Okay, we do have a visual on Moho again, so yeah, over there is the planet. We want to arrive and we want to deliver some fuel, but look at my orbital velocity. I'm really concerned, and I really have a fear that as soon as the sphere of influence change has happened, that I will see my orbital velocity of, I don't know, 12,000 or something. I never will be able to stop, and then everything is screwed again, and I don't know, I hope this is not the case. Yeah, the change of the sphere of influence will happen shortly, and yeah, I want to share this exciting, or well, this dangerous moment with you when I suddenly see, okay, yeah, you screwed the next mission up to Moho. Moho is, oh no, look at this, 4,700. This is manageable, this is really doable. Wow. I'm excited. Will I be finally able to finish my Moho expedition? In this case, let us see. What do we need to do? We need to slow down by, I think, 3,000 or so. More than 3,000. Wow. Okay, at first let's get captured, because maybe we need to change a little bit our trajectory and our inclination. But well, we are already pretty aligned with the orbit of our Moho expedition. This is amazing. Okay, and note in 33 minutes, an estimated burn is expected for 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Oh no, another 20 minutes burn. Okay, this will take a while to finish this. I hope we do have enough delta V to finish this. Okay, yeah, in this case, I think I will do at first with you a short time warp to get a little bit closer. Note in 20 minutes. Let's get closer to the 20-minute mark. Well, maybe at 15 minutes before the burn also. Maybe right now. Okay, I think this is now a good position. Let us throttle up. Okay. So, we are throttled up, and we have an estimated burn of 21 minutes, so, okay, this is now taking again some time to arrive there, and in this case, yeah, 20 minutes, I think I will do something else, and we will meet us again when we arrived at Moho, and when we can start thinking about doing a rendezvous with our Moho expedition to deliver some fuel. In this case, yeah, see you soon! Okay, the burn is almost finished, and look at this, we are already quite slow compared to our first initial approach velocity, and we are also quite low. We are below 20 kilometers in a few seconds, and so yeah, we can literally stretch our arm and grab a rock or something, but no, we don't want to do this, and yeah, we will descend even more a little bit. But I think 9.5 kilometers shouldn't be so much of a problem. So yeah, we almost made it. We almost get captured. You can see over here the Moho escape is increasing and is increasing a bit. and in a few seconds we should be able to have a real encounter, or not an encounter, but an orbit around Moho, and then we can start to trim this orbit and start to prepare our rendezvous with our Moho expedition, so that we can finally deliver our payload and refuel them and enable them to do finally their job to do the expedition of Moho. Okay, like this, now we are finished. And yeah, now we have to do two main things. On the one hand, we need to change the trajectory of the orbit. On the other hand, we need also to raise our Moho periapsis. But at first, we will have 9,200 meters. Yeah, look at this. Unfortunately, we are on the shadow side of Moho, so we are not able to see anything, but you can really see a little bit the shape of Moho and some kind of mountain ridge or so. And on the other hand, yeah, look at this. We do have 378 liquid fuel units left in the main tank of our interplanetary stage, and the payload is still completely full, so we have some fuel left, and I hope this fuel we can now deliver to our interplanetary stage and to the lander is enough to let us complete the whole expedition. Okay, at first, now we want to set the Moho expedition as our target, and then the next thing is we need to, I hope over here it's quite efficient, we need to change at first our inclination. Yeah, let me do this. I hope this is not too... What's now going on? Oh no, then we are leaving again Moho. So we need to pay attention that we are not leaving Moho. Oh, this is too much. 0, 2.9, 2.7, 1.9, 0.7, 0.5, 0.4, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2. Okay, let's take 0.1. Okay, this is good enough. So at first we need to do this correction burn so that we are aligning ourselves with the trajectory of the Moho expedition before we can then start to do some more corrections with our orbit in this case. Let me search for the maneuver node. Where are you? Where are you? I assume you are on the northern part of the nav ball. Yeah, there you are. Very nice. Let's aim for the maneuver node and come to a stop. Don't overshoot. Okay, we overshot just a tiny bit. And then the burn is coming up in 8 minutes. Okay, over here, let's speed up. Okay, we can only do 10 times time warp. Now we can speed up even more. And 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1. And okay, right now. Wow, the sun is bright. The sun is really bright and huge. Okay, let's roll up again to do our correction. And now every drop of fuel I'm now using is less fuel I'm able to deliver to my Moho expedition, but still, I hope this is still good enough so that we can finally finish off our job. Okay, next thing is we need to fly out 11 hours, about 12 hours, to increase just a tiny bit our trajectory. So I like to bring it up to... what? Periapsis, where are you? 106 kilometers, and this thing is orbiting at also 107 kilometers, so this is quite close then. This is good. So over there we can then start thinking about preparing our rendezvous. And look at this, this is only because we are so far out, a very tiny burn, 8.2 meters per second of delta V needed. This is cool, this is really cool. Okay. And I think the biggest burn then is needed to decrease our apoapsis so that we can do our rendezvous with the Moho expedition. In this case, yeah, let us find this out. At first, we need to fly out to the apoapsis. Let me speed up a bit. And yeah, Moho is now getting smaller again as we are drifting away from it. I think we can speed up even more, but don't overshoot. Okay, let's slow down a bit as we are getting closer. And oh, okay, we overshot just a tiny bit, but this shouldn't matter that much. Now we can raise our periapsis. Like there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and now the next point is that we need to slow down or to decrease a little bit our trajectory. I wonder a bit. Are we so far off that it's nearly impossible to get encounter? This is strange. This thing must orbit. Thinks this thing should be orbiting all around, but why do we not? Okay, over here. Okay, now this makes sense. I just placed my maneuver node at the wrong spot. Okay, over there are so many numbers. What is this? Can I see somewhere? Separation, 4.3 kilometers. Can we get this even? No, this was the wrong direction. Let's put it the other. This was too much. Maybe use the mouse wheel a little. Okay, this was too much again. Okay, mouse wheel is even not very precise. Gently, gently. 2.4, this is good enough. Okay, with our 175 meters per second burn, we are able to establish a possible rendezvous with only 2.4 kilometers. This is good. Okay, and the burn is coming up in 12 hours and 4 minutes, so we can do another time warp. And this time I need to be carefully that I'm not overshooting again, because this can then screw up our rendezvous. Okay, let's slow down. Okay, we can speed up. This is all the time the deal with the time warp, so that we are not overshooting. Okay, 2 minutes, 1 minute, a few seconds. Okay, so this is looking quite nice and quite promising. And now it's the time to do the burn. Let's throttle up. Okay, let's follow this in this view. Okay, we are now decreasing our apoapsis to 354 kilometers, and so we have only to wait 40 minutes to reach the apoapsis and not 12 hours. Okay, very good, very good. We are almost done with our burn, and let me just cut the engine over here to make it a little bit slower. The final part of the burn. Okay, and we are now off 5.6 kilometers. This is still good enough. What happens if we are doing here a tiny correction? 0.0. This would then bring us to 5.4. No. The other button. Okay, this is really problematic. Okay, like this. 2.1. 2.1. This is good. Okay, a burn of 1.3 meters per second. Here, this is really precise work. This is precision at its best. Okay, let's turn over to the maneuver node. Like here. Okay, very good, very good. So, let's do our time warp to get closer to the maneuver node. And 15, 14, 13. Come on. Okay, we overshot just a tiny bit, but this is okay. Let's do the burn and stop. Okay, so what have we done? About 2 kilometers of separation. This is amazing. Coming up in an hour. Okay, so we can now do another time warp to get closer to this. Okay. Oh, there's the marker. There's the marker for our target. 5, 3, 2. while we are in surface mode. Target mode. Only 72 meters per second of different velocity. This is good. Now we can even try to align our vectors, our velocity vectors and our trajectory vectors with the target vector, so that we are hopefully being able to reduce even more our distance for our rendezvous. Let me do this, like here. Okay, 50 meters, and then we have 1.8 kilometers. Okay, this is good. Let me speed up. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. This was too much speed. This was too much speed. This was a little bit too much speed, but yeah, at least we were not running into our spacecraft. So this is good. Okay, whew. This could have caused some severe trouble if we would have crashed into the Moho expedition. Okay, I was a little bit too fast with my time warp, but we are only 300 meters away. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Okay, let's come to a stop. Let's kill all of our relative velocity. Okay, we can drift a little bit closer to our Moho expedition, and then we need to switch over because this thing over here has no RCS. And so we do not have any option to have a rendezvous or to have a docking. Okay. This is very nice. This is really amazing. So, let me now do a gently time warp. Oh no, and then I assume we have to do this in the nighttime side. This is bad. Okay, 140 meters. Okay, I think 140 meters is good enough. Let's kill all of our relative velocity. And okay, let's keep it this way, and then we should start turning our spacecraft toward the other spacecraft, toward the Moho expedition, so it's a little bit easier to dock to it. And okay, let's stop tumbling around. Okay, very nice, very nice. No, not time warp, not time warp. This was the wrong button. This button I wanted to use, and set this as a docking port. Okay, at first we need to kill the relative velocity. So over here, enable RCS and kill it. Okay, very good. Now we need to aim for for our supply mission. Do we have enough monopropellant? Yeah, I hope so. I hope we have enough monopropellant to also have our rendezvous later on again when we are coming back from the surface of Moho. Okay, now we need to... Okay, this thing is a little bit unwieldy. Let's speed up a bit. Okay, 1 meter per second is good enough. Let's disable RCS so that we are not wasting any of the RCS. We can now do a tiny time warp to speed things up. Okay, 100 meters away. Looking good. 70 meters away. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And okay, I think I should start slowing down before we crash into it and destroy the thing. And unfortunately we do have the actual docking after we had the beautiful rendezvous in the daylight side in the nighttime. Just as we are getting closer to it, the sun has set, and now we are in the dark side, or we are in the shadow of Moho. But Robo is still doing an amazing job. He is very well trained, although he just joined the space program. This is really amazing. Okay, let's slow down even more a bit. Okay, only 10 centimeters per second as an approach velocity. Why is the thing jumping so around? This is really scary. Okay, let's disable RCS, and we should have docking. we should have contact. Do we? Let me disable SAS. No, we are now drifting away. This is strange. Why are we drifting now away? Let me aim again for the... Okay, I want to drift towards you. No, 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 no. Yeah, this is much better. Come on, come on. Okay, now we have contact. Very good, very good. Well done, well done. Good job. Good job, RoboCorman. You did an amazing job. Let's do a quick save. And we want to do the fuel transfer and the daylight side. So let me just do a quick time warp so that we have the sunrise again. And come on, come on, come on. There it is, there it is. Now we can see again. And yeah, at first we want to deliver all the fuel from our payload. Let's bring it over. Okay. And then we have some fuel left from the central tank. Let's bring this over. Very good. And then I want to bring over the fuel tank, or the fuel of one of the sideways tanks. Okay, this thing is now completely empty except for this small fuel tank. I now like to bring over the fuel to the orange fuel tank so that I can use this to deorbit my fuel delivery. Okay, let's check it out. When we are going over here to our lander and we are bringing over the fuel, I hope then enough fuel still left in the orange fuel tank after I brought over all the fuel, so that then we are still safe after our landing on Moho to return back to Kerbal. And then I also hope that I bring back some of the fuel from the Moho landing back to space, back to orbit, so that I can even use this amount of fuel for my return flight to Kerbal. I hope so. Okay, looking good. And maybe I should, for my landing, move over my lander over to the supply mission and use the rest of the fuel also for the deorbit process of my lander to save a little bit of the fuel, so that I'm not using the fuel for doing the deorbit process. And I might have everything is fueled up. This is amazing. Okay. Good job. Okay, in this case we have some fuel left in the central core. I hope this is good enough. Then I will reallocate the lander to the supply mission and use the 45 drops or units of liquid fuel to deorbit the thing, then detach from the supply mission and perform the landing. And I hope this will save a little bit fuel. So yeah, this is my plan, this is my idea. Hopefully this thing will work out. But we will do this in the next episode. So in this case, I hope you like this. I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we finally do the Moho landing. In this case, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sebi. See you!